Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for April 27th, 2026 to order. May I please have a roll call?
David?
Here.
Nathan?
Here.
Becky? Here. Melanie?
Here.
Heather?
Here.
And Joyce?
Here.
All's present.
Right. David?
Lord, thank you for the day you provided for us, Lord, for the beautiful days we have there, for your gracious what you do for us, Lord. And Lord, be with our village tonight, our mayor and council, and our safety, Lord. Be with all of them, be with our country, Lord, and touch it, and our soldiers across the world, Lord. And Lord, all the ones that are ill, the shut-ins, do not forget about them, Lord, in your holy name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mayor's report. I hope everyone is enjoying the painting of the water tower. It seems to change on a daily basis, so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more where that came from. It's going to get this project moving along, and pretty soon we'll be talking here about taking down the old one. So more to come on that. And then I'm going to reserve the rest of my comments tonight for the individual committee meetings, which will be run through in just a second. So I'll hand it off to our Council Pro Tem, Joyce Phillips.
Thank you. I have a lot of comments, but I'm going to reserve them for our next meeting because I need to consult our solicitor on a few things. And I want to make sure I have everything in order before I bring some things out. And so I will reserve my comments for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
May I have a motion to approve the council
Oh, I'm
minutes?
sorry, I skipped past that, but excuse me. May I please have a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting held on April 13th, 2026?
Got that motion, sir.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
That was David, then Nathan?
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll call, David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
All right, thank you for that, sorry. We do have public comment tonight. Would Mr. Daniel Burgett please come down? And please use a microphone. I think you got some exhibits that you're going to bring with you.
Please.
Yes, please, for the benefit of everybody outside.
Over here.
Pick either side.
And would you please state your first and last name and where you reside at, sir?
My name is Daniel Burgett. I reside at 184 New Street here in the great town of Mount Sterling.
It's nice to see that you have a book bag.
There we go. How about that?
I am not sure how to respond to that. I do have something on behalf of the American Legion, and I appreciate the council and the mayor. I appreciate your guys' time. As you guys know, we have, you know what, I'll just jump to this quickly, and you guys can thumb through briefly.
Thank you.
And I'll bring you up to speed on the presentation. How about that?
Thank you. Nope, thank you.
I'll throw it at you. How about that?
That's all right. Very nice.
Thank you very much, sir.
You betcha.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dan. Next copy if anybody wants one. As you can see, I am proposing a proposal, and the objective is, as stated, to declare a designated area for the American Legion brick placement. The highlighted printout, you can follow along back on there. I'll elaborate momentarily. I'd also like to declare, or get a declaration that moving forward, we wouldn't need prior authorization to place said bricks. And also, I'd like to collaborate with the council and also the community, along with the American Legion, to solidify a name for what we have across the street. I've heard Veterans Park, Veterans Memorial, the town gazebo, whatever. You drive through town, what do you see when you pass that? You see World War II on the corner, you see Vietnam across the street, and you see these lovely bricks that people have paid for their veterans to be somewhat immortalized. I think it deserves a name.
Veteran Square.
As you can see through, as we'll go through this, I think there's a lot of options, and I think we can collaborate a little bit further to involve the community, the council, and the Legion all as one. So Basically, I've kind of summarized the first paragraph there. As you guys do know, the American Legion has been heavily involved with replacing the flags, replacing them constantly, to protect Old Glory. So, and they've also started brick placement around the monument that's already been placed. We have a contract proposal to expand that. And right now, currently, we have sold 15 of these bricks, and you see there are various sizes. So they range from $50 to $100. Now, the brick drive is done by the American Legion. We do that, but it does no good for people to buy bricks if we've got nowhere to put them. So, as you can see on the pictures, I apologize for them being black and white, but there's not an Office Depot close to where we live, so you're going to have to suffer through it as long as I will. The first picture most of you will see, I might have fallen short on a few, I think I have. Anyway, if you look at one of the pictures there, you see the monument in the middle. If you look to the left and you look to the right, there is a mulch bed. I have it on good authority from our previous district commander, Carol Liston, who I'm sure all of you know by sight and sound. When this was set up and designed, that entire area was compacted with crushed gravel to create a foundation and a base moving forward. They've just never had the ability to move forward. Now we have the ability, and we would love to move forward. We would like the designated area to the left and the right to be reserved for at will for the American Legion to place said bricks. Now, the contract that we are looking at from a contractor is we have the matching red bricks, which you can't see because they're black and white. But if you go across the street, you'll see them. He is going to purchase a pallet, and he is going to utilize that entire pallet, both left and right, until the pallet is gone. And we would like to start on the left-hand side, which is where we'll place the first 15 bricks and follow the pattern that's already been set. And then the remaining void will fill with the red bricks. With the remaining red bricks, we'll move to what would be the right side, and we would utilize the remainder of that pallet and follow the pattern, square it off, so that way the vegetation can still be there, the mulch can still be there, and we still have some mulch there until we fill it all the way up. The objective would obviously be eventually have that entire mulched area filled with our veterans bricks. And these are veterans bricks that are purchased by a veteran, by a loved one, by the council, by mom and dad, whatever the case may be. And I think that's something that will outlast a large majority of us if we give some of the future the opportunity to do so. So that's kind of the short and sweet. The rest of it is written in the presentation there. We anticipate having multiple brick drives this year so that we can add more and more to it. In brief conversation with the mayor, in incorporating and collaborating, a naming idea of that park, we've got upcoming events, we've got access to social media, and we have the Legion in itself. We could come up with something creative to incorporate everybody so they have a say-so in what they can call that. So, I think up to this point, outside of planting a few flowers and shrubs, the American Legion has done an okay job at maintaining that to some capacity, especially from an eye standpoint. And I think we all can agree that, beautification and things like that, they attract attention. Let's make it beautiful.
I appreciate your partnership to start out with. The Legion has been unbelievably great partners with the village, and thank you for coming in and making this proposal. I think a couple things for council's consideration is look at the quality of the engraving and the bricks. It has been done to a very nice spec. It is not, shabby in any way, shape, or form. It looks very nice, and frankly it matches and blends in with what the original was. And then the second part that I would also probably give for your consideration is that entire space right there is for the services. So the flagpoles are already there, and we are simply allocating space for the Legion to use for service recognition. So, it is entirely tasteful and appropriate to do stuff like this, so.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You know, Daniel, that
Comments?
square
Yep.
means a lot to me too.
I know it
'cause-
does. I've seen the
'cause,
bricks.
We worked real hard there, but 112 soldiers and Marines came out of this little community.
That's right.
And like I said, and then, of course, my Uncle Max got the Navy Cross and Dad got Silver Stars, but it means out like that. And I remember we worked hard for that monument when I was early on council. And every time we have our ceremony there, if it don't bring a tear to your eye, it's,
If I could elaborate a little bit on that, you said 112
Yeah.
during that time frame. Just visualize 112 more bricks.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just paint that picture in your mind.
Yeah.
There was a couple people that had called into town hall and had asked, because I think this was mentioned in the American Legion meetings or whatever, and they had called here because they didn't know who to contact. They asked about the one here at the corner.
Yes.
So is there any, so that I can give them a reply, is there any thought about them moving it over
Okay,
there?
I was going to end
Okay.
with that
Oh, okay,
caveat.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's a great segue. I have talked to the contractor. To my visual expertise, which probably isn't much, but he agrees that it's not bolted down, it's not cemented, it's just heavy granite.
Oh, okay.
So it's just the manpower to relocate it. And I know that when I originally approached the mayor to take advantage of this opportunity to speak to you guys, I had mentioned too that that is another thing that I think should go over there with the rest of them.
Yeah.
There's no reason, there's no
Yeah,
reason why they should be separate.
No, it
I
needs to be in
mean,
one place.
So I had a veteran ask me this.
And I
Exactly.
It must
think,
have been at your guys' last meeting.
and I think if you look at, some of you have it, some of you may not. If you look at the elongated picture where it's got the flagpoles standing at the monument, we've got so much area there
Yeah, right.
that the bricks are gonna take up quite a bit, but if you also notice, you've got the upside down machine gun, the rifle, the boots, we all know what that signifies. I think what I'm measuring now, if you're looking at that to the right of it, there's plenty of room to put the World War II monument right there. It's just gonna take a bunch of Grunt Legion effort to get it over there, and we would be more than happy to do that if you guys would so allow it. Because I think all of our brothers need to be
I
together.
think it's very
Two of
important.
those
to consider.
gentlemen, Daniel, on that monument was killed with the D-Day invasion hitting the beach. And then 3 was killed in New Guinea.
So in this picture, you
Yep.
can see there's a lot of sidewalk
Yep,
broken. Are you guys gonna?
That's village
do
property.
repair? Okay.
that's village property. I mean, I'd be more than
Well, it's
happy to.
all- It's all village property.
Well, yeah, true, yeah, right. But that would be something that I think that, we could also collaborate in the future on. Because, we have a multitude of contractors and tradesmen and people who have knowledge and insight. And, 4 of these estimates that I have are all from Legionnaires.
Right, well, I'm just, if we're gonna improve that, and make the improvements to the
To repair
sidewalk.
that kind of sidewalk right there is gonna cost you about $18,000, and right now, we're $72,000 into a kitchen remodel that the Legion is paying for our kitchen. And, funds are getting kind of tight at the moment. I'd love to incorporate that and include that and work with the village on it, but right now, we're not in a position to financially take on that burden. So, but the cost of this is something we've already budgeted for and planned for, so that would be our priority right now. But that is something I would love to address later on if we'd be willing to work together on. I think the American Legion has done nothing but proven how versatile we are in working with the community and working with the council and working with associations and doing these things for the betterment of the community. It's one of our 4 pillars. It's what we stand behind. And we'd be more than happy to work something out, get you some estimates, get some quotes.
I was just wondering.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
when
it's-
see this picture,
it's-
that's all I see, is broken sidewalk.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't know if that's what you were showing us.
it's,
or-
I wished I could have taken a better picture.
Move it up 2 feet, we wouldn't see.
Yeah,
the sign.
exactly. Step up and take it, but unfortunately, I'm not a picture taker in any aspect,
It's
so.
good to see the whole view, though,
But,
it
but
is.
there is some, if you look at the last picture too, where this barrel is, and you see the brick in the sidewalk again, there's some brick damage in there too that is
Sure.
tripping hazards that I've wanted addressed for a long time. So it is something that the village really needs to, look at. But I guess my questions would be, because, you can see in these pictures, a lot of flowers.
Yes.
Right now, unfortunately, is not the beautiful blooming time when they're all in bloom. So a couple of things. First off, I'm very excited that your program has picked up again, because for a couple of years, we didn't hear anything about more bricks needing a home.
Sure.
So that's awesome. I guess what I would ask you right now is, because, to the left, the first bed that you said you're, considering where the
Smaller,
main
yes.
flagpole is, where you're considering expanding first. It's pretty free. You see one, I think you see one perennial in that picture. That's something we could probably dig up or whatever. But over the years, believe it or not, on the right, we keep adding more and more perennials. So eventually, like this Friday, coming in will be the church groups and village groups, the community association, and they'll all be wanting to plant flowers there. Like they've bought flowers for
Sure.
there. And again, I guess, you know, I want this to be spectacular. It's pretty spectacular now. We get a lot of comments about this, the flag lineup
Right.
of all the different branches and things. And it would be great if it were even more spectacular, but, I just wonder, like, if we need to work on, you know, do we still plant the bed on the right for a while? I mean, how quickly do you expect to fill the left and then go to the right? Because like I said, this Friday, they'll be wanting to plant flowers all over there,
Okay.
both on the left and the right. And I believe they've already got flowers donated and things. Now, obviously, we can tell them, you know, hold up. But, you know, that's just another thought to think
Thing to
of.
think of,
Is
yeah,
that,
sure.
you know, a lot of people have donated perennials, and we bought perennials to try to get that bed filled.
Right.
And then you also now, because of the flags, you know, the electric was run under there for the spotlights and things. So, you know, I don't know if you're planning on going all the way down in between each of those flags on the right. Is that what you're talking about?
The whole bed.
Filling the whole bed, and, because there is no rock base under the two sides, because I've been planting flowers long enough. Now, maybe that's what they had planned, and maybe that's what's under the center section, but like, we've been planting flowers to the right and the left of this, section for a lot of years, but, I mean, I think it would look spectacular. Are you planning on, the section in the center, is it done, or are some of those bricks getting removed for
Oh, that is
more-
completely done.
It's done.
The center paveway that's already there to get through and past the monument is completely, it's done. The pattern is already set, these bricks have been placed, all of that is completely done, which is another reason as to why we want to continue it on the left side to place these
So when would you physically be wanting
within the
to-
next 2 months.
And that's just to the left?
To the left, and the remaining pallet of bricks, instead of sitting there, letting them get weathered under a tarp or something at the Legion, we would use the remaining red bricks, and we would redo, just as we were doing with these. But we would do them with the red bricks, so that way in the future, we can plug and play. Take it out, remove it, tamp it, you're done, move on.
And you're talking about that on
On the right-hand side, which, I mean, I think mathematically, I think the masonry guy said it would probably run about, from the current walkway, it would probably be about 5.5 feet that we would be cutting off and cutting up.
What would you be cutting off?
Or taking out the mulch about 5.5 feet from that area, on the
Okay.
right-hand side.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna go all the way down.
Well, we don't have enough pallets right now, and enough bricks for it.
So you're
So,
estimating.
so what we're doing is buying one pallet, and one pallet is going to satisfy the left, and we've got enough for several feet on the right, so we can start planning ahead in preparation for more bricks.
Okay,
So.
but it wouldn't get completed?
No.
The bricks would like stop midway?
That would take time. That would take more drives, more estimate, buying more bricks. But I look at it from an encouragement standpoint, to be honest with you. So that's why I'm asking permission to, you know, quarantine an area or block off or designate an area so that we have future planning for this.
And then how far down, because that bed, you know,
It goes all the way
around.
down to the right. It turns.
Well, it turns back towards the Mexican restaurant.
Yep.
So are you asking for that area too?
I'm asking for whatever the village is
Because
willing to give.
It's completely full of really established irises and perennials that are, you know, I would hate for them to be torn up if there's not an immediate need for it.
Right now, from a financial constraint, we're not worried about the entire bed. We're worried about designating an area.
You're just talking about the straight front.
I'm talking about whatever you're willing to designate. I got a pallet of bricks, which is about 3,000 bricks. You can
Sounds
give
like
me
you're,
room, you can vote for it, give me room, or you can vote not. We'll do whatever we gotta do. I
No,
mean,
it's a very worthwhile cause and
Sure.
it's beautiful what's over there.
100%.
I
It's
would love
beautiful
to
now.
see it.
Yeah.
I would love to see it expanded. I'm just being devil's advocate. And
yeah,
telling
no,
you,
I understand that
there-
completely. And
yeah.
when you asked about future placement, I mean, I think there's an opportunity. I mean, if we point out, you know, the dark barrel that's on the corner, I wouldn't be opposed to maybe getting 4 or 5 of those and making them permanent fixtures, and we can brick around those so people can still donate their flowers, put their perennials in a wooden basket or a wooden barrel or something like that. I mean, I think it's just a matter of who's willing to collaborate in what regard. And the Legion is willing to pay for a certain amount. The patrons are willing to pay for a certain amount. I'm just asking that the Legion get an area. I mean, to be fair, we put the flagpoles up. That was at our expense.
Absolutely.
We've donated quite a bit of financial to that area already. I think asking for 10 foot of plotted land isn't too much to ask. I mean, sorry, Nazarene, you donated flowers. I apologize. I hate to take your space, but I mean, I think we can work together at finding a happy medium with it, for sure.
but you're predicting the whole left side will have bricks.
Correct.
And then you said about 5 feet.
5 and
of
a
the
half,
right
5 to
side.
6 feet. It's
So
a
there
rough
should
measurement.
still be
Oh, there's
a
gonna be
lot
plenty for
of
flowers for quite some time, yeah.
space down, about 5 feet from.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
So if we made a recommendation like that now, that you could have the left bed and then 5 feet into the right bed.
Perfect.
Something like that.
Perfect. Yeah, that gets great. That
And
still
then we'd
gives
have a little
people
bit of time to move some of those flowers.
100%. We don't anticipate any work being done
So-
within the next 2 weeks,
With
2
that
months,
said,
sorry, 2 months.
Definitely this week I should tell them not to plant those beds.
And if
Well,
anything,
they
take
can
them
always
up.
be relocated. We can move them down a little bit. We
Right.
can hook
Well, I
them.
mean, they're annuals, you'd hate.
It's
why
something
even
we'd have to
plan 'em if
collaborate
they'd
on,
have
yeah.
to be moved in a couple weeks, that would, yeah.
I
So
mean-
that's not, it's not a big deal to tell
Sure.
them to just put those flowers somewhere else, to make somewhere else
Yeah.
pretty.
Right.
Okay, Nathan, you're up.
I make that recommendation to give them option for the whole land from here on.
So for the left chunk plus 5 feet on the right.
Whole right, whole left.
what I have the
And
recommendation.
they're not
Thank
gonna
you.
use it for a while, but just give us a heads up if you are gonna.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Well-
100%.
All right, so a motion has been made. Is there a second on that?
second that.
Okay, thank
Can
you.
we discuss?
Discussion.
Discussion.
So we're not gonna just do the left and give them 5 feet?
Yeah, we
We
are.
wanna give them, well, we just said, we wanna give them the left and the whole right.
No, he said the 5 feet.
No, he said the
No.
5 feet.
You said 5 feet?
The whole,
He
the
said the
left,
whole.
the whole entire.
Yeah,
Or
but
you
I
wanna-
think Andy just
But
re-
let them give them, have them with the stipulation that before you guys move in,
Yeah.
that's where you're, the
Sure.
5 to 6 feet that you're talking about,
Yep.
to give us a heads up, that way we
Okay.
can look for where we need to move flowers to or what have you.
Well, I'd be more comfortable personally with the left bed and then 5 feet on the right. And then when you know you're past that point, you can come back and we can talk again, have time to prepare and see, you know, again, maybe we'll cut it off just at the front and then the flowers can be in the back, you know what I mean? But to me, I would feel more comfortable for now, just giving them what they intend to use for now and let them come back when they're ready to proceed further.
yeah, so how I heard the recommendation is the left bed and then 5 feet to the right.
It was both sides.
No,
all
both
the way.
sides.
That's what I was
So
saying.
would you have, if we gave you that doubt, are you intending to take all that mulch all the way around it, even though you don't have the bricks?
No. I would leave the contractor would leave the standing mulch as it is. Whatever we're not utilizing, there's no sense in stripping it.
Right,
Just
that's what I'm
sectioning
worried
it
about.
off,
You
no,
strip
no.
it all out and
No.
then fill it with nothing.
Nope.
No, he's saying that right now it's only up to 5 feet, but what I'm saying is give it to them all. They've done so much for us as it is. That's their area.
And
And-
if I can add to your motion, I mean, I think for clarification purposes, we're only going to utilize what we need. So we're buying 3,000 bricks. So if that means 5 foot this way, we're stopping 5 foot, we leave the mulch, we leave everything. Nothing beyond this is going to be disturbed. Nothing. Until we get more bricks to make more disturbance.
It's not like they're going in right now.
Yeah,
to
we're not
tear
going to
out
go in and
flowers
just
or
strip
anything like
everything
that.
down. It's
I'm
going to
saying-
sit there barren.
Right, right.
Right,
Yeah,
but
it's.
it kind of leaves us in a lurch just saying you can have the whole thing, you know, because there are other groups that, you know, have a lot of time invested in flowers and such. So again, I would feel comfortable with what you've asked for now. And then, you know, when you get more bricks sold, it's gonna take quite a while to fill up that whole section and then 5 feet this way. Hopefully it doesn't take you that long, but,
Well, I think to that point though, does that mean every time I have to come in and ask?
Exactly.
After the
yes.
5 feet.
that's.
So I
what-
mean, so if I sell 3,000 bricks in 4 days, I gotta wait for the next council meeting to come in and say, hey, I need 5 more
Well,
feet?
luckily, they're only every 2 weeks.
I mean, I just want clarification so I'm prepared.
Yeah.
On how many times I gotta come in and say, hey, I
just-
got more bricks, can I make more room? Well, yeah, maybe, you know, we're looking for
obviously-
something a little more definitive, but I mean, but we'll take what we can get, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, Mr. Chair.
Fair
may I-
compromise.
Yes.
Thank you. I would like to just say, I think it's a disservice to make the Legion come back in here every time. I would like to see the blanket approval to let them use it and a commitment along with that to have them assure that they will come in after their 5.5 feet is
Fair.
used up. It's gonna be several months.
It's gonna
I'm
be a minute,
sure,
yeah.
if not a year,
I agree.
before they do a drive again. And then they will let us know, they can call whoever, and who does that, streets?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, whoever, the designated committee is, you could let them know. And then we could make the flower people or whoever aware they're doing a drive and don't plant flowers at that time.
And I think that's all we're asking, is just for him to come back and tell us when they're ready to expand.
No, that's not what I'm saying. They will let us know when they're ready to do it. He doesn't have to come back in here. We're gonna give them the approval, and they will let us know when they're gonna do it, so we don't continue planting flowers, or if they need to take them up, or whatever. There's no reason for them to come back in here every time.
Yeah, so there's a motion currently pending. Is there a second on it?
Okay,
I had a
so-
second.
And then,
I
so
was-
now,
Yeah, I was confused, I'm confused, okay, so the recommendation is to, Nathan, can you please repeat that, because there's been.
Give them access to the left side all the way and the right side all the way.
Yes.
No stipulation on feet or nothing like that, just give it to them with the caveat that he does notify us that, hey, we did sell a certain amount more than what we expected or what have you, and at this point, we're gonna put them in at about this time frame, and this is gonna interfere with what is currently there as far as, plants or,
Yeah.
mulch, whatever that needs to, get moved.
But where does the right side end? Where does the right side end? Does it end at the front of the street? Does the right side end, does it go all the way back to the Mexican restaurant?
Right
Where
now, it
does the
currently
right
goes
side
all the way
end?
back. That's a determination for you guys to make. I'm just asking
And that's what I'm
Just
talking
asking
about.
for a
It's
plot
all
of
the way
land.
Back to the Mexican restaurant.
for a small plot of land that we
Some
can,
of- Right.
we can do our thing.
I mean, I wouldn't be super opposed to the whole front, but I would be opposed to going back because, again, some of those flowers are so well established and beautiful. We have, I mean, if you go out there and look at the perennials we have, especially on the
Sure.
side and the back.
I agree.
But that is Veterans Park.
Well-
It's commented, even when we Googled it for the Google pictures for Google Earth, it's under Veterans Memorial. So you can have hanging baskets and beautiful potted plants and stuff, but it doesn't have to be in the ground.
I understand that.
Okay.
And I believe like a variety of things, such as these beautiful bricks, the monuments, the flags, and flowers, make it a complete,
Okay.
beautiful,
Sure.
Okay.
vista.
okay, so we have a motion that's been seconded and there's
Okay,
been
so this is
discussion.
all to the right hand, to the right side, so
Yes,
all to the
way
left, all
back
to the right.
around to the Mexican
Okay, because I
restaurant
had
area.
that wrong,
Okay.
okay.
All right,
With no feet designated.
Correct.
okay.
I have one thing, discussion. I'm just, there's the frustration is we are trying to work with you. We're trying to understand the area you need. We're trying to grant that. Obviously, people have concerns. I think the hard part is that it's mine, it's yours, it's hers, but a lot, it's the villages. And a lot of people have put a lot of work into it. And just to ignore that is frustrating. And again, the further division and just saying, just a blanket, we're gonna give them all of it, is just, again, causing further division amongst council. I don't really understand it. We want to support this, but by giving them such a blanketed area, it's a little frustrating. And most of us are going to vote,
Okay.
I'm not done. Most of us are going to vote in favor because we want to support them. And we are community, we want to back up our community. We are a group, we're a team. That's how we should act. Not, this is mine, this is theirs, this is how it should be done. And I don't see a big problem in doing the whole left side, granting the 5 feet, which is what he asked for. But instead, we're going to just bulldoze and give them all of it, because that's what's gonna happen.
So that's
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
Can I have a
friends,
comment?
we've made motions, we've made comments, we do need to vote, we have business the rest of the evening, so I'm gonna go ahead, and Courtney, I think we need to.
I don't wanna be a schmuck, again, the way it's set, I don't wanna be a schmuck and vote against the Legion, of course I want them to have the opportunity to extend this.
You can, at this
but you
particular
are
point, offer,
bulldozing.
hold on, you can always, Becky, offer to make a change to the motion. So if you wish to make a change to the motion, that's great, but we have it made and seconded, so we've had this.
Change the motion now?
Of course,
Well, no, because there's a floor. Nathan has it, Joyce has it. It has to go through a vote
yeah, we have to
before
do
the
the
next one
vote
goes.
first, so
Okay, so
All right.
Nathan was the first, and then Joyce
Joyce
was
was
the
the
second.
second.
Okay, so David,
As a Legion member and council member, I vote yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Heather, or Becky,
Yes?
Melanie,
No.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Motion's
Now,
passed.
I'd like to make a motion to amend it.
Okay,
Okay, so your
And-
motion would
and,
be,
and it is to what?
I would like to make a motion to allow the American Legion to have, without further asks, the entire front, the entire street frontage for their project. Instead of going back to the Mexican restaurant, just the entire street front. And I think that'll last you for years and years and years. And if and when you expand, then come back and see us, and it's not a hard process. But I'd like to give you the entire front, but I would like to know that all the hard work that other groups have put in to the side there at least can be preserved, and that's the amendment I would like to make.
Okay, so the motion's been made, is there a second, please?
Second.
All right, discussion?
I would like to acknowledge both motions. We're happy to get either. I'll
thank you,
take what
thank
we
you,
can
thank you
get.
for that.
I mean,
That's how-
I understand your point of view, I understand I mean, everybody's got a valid point, and I will speak on behalf of the American Legion and the veterans. We're gracious for whatever plot of land you can give us.
Yep.
I think that's more than fair. Both are generous motions, and I hope we can contribute to making it as beautiful as it is.
Thank you.
So,
should we-
thank you.
David?
Well, I had more
No.
discussion. I would just like to say real quickly that I think when that first happened, the designation was for the Legion.
I was told, I've been told multiple things through
Yep.
multiple commanders and everything else. I've been told that it is our park, that's our flower bed, these are our bricks, those are our flagpoles, this is our this is our that, blah, 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 blah. Either way, instead of fighting an uphill battle, I felt it was necessary to come and present something so we can declare it moving forward.
Yep.
Proper
Yep.
planning prevents piss poor performance, so let's be prepared.
All right,
Well,
so we have,
with
hold on,
that
we have
said-
something made and seconded, we really do need to move on
I
here.
just need to make a clarification on something he
Sure.
said. Like he said, he's been told that it is theirs, their flower bed, their. So I want to make clarification that that will still remain village property.
100%.
That you will be allowed to put your monuments and your bricks in. So, I just want to make sure. that we're
Mission
not-
accomplished.
Like, you
We've-
guys don't think that we're
Mission
like giving
accomplished.
you the land.
We've designated an area, and that was the objective.
Right,
Right.
correct.
Whether it's the first motion or the second.
Correct.
I'm gracious to have either,
Okay.
and I'll take it, so,
All right, so
and
we-
the Legion will take it.
So we have a motion pending.
Becky, and then that was Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is just the entire street front, not to the back. Okay, so
Yep.
David,
No.
Nathan,
No.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
No.
It is
No.
a tie. Okay, so the motion, just for clarification, would be the motion that was before that, which would be the left and the entire right side going all the way back.
That's a lot of bricks. Okay. All right.
And if you could, just stay in contact, there, like we've mentioned, there's other people that do care about that space.
Sure.
We've been hanging bunting, we've been hanging flowers, making it pretty as well. If you could just give these groups a heads up, if we plan on continuing, we will be out there digging
enough.
these things up.
What
We
groups am I
will,
contacting?
Community Association for one.
The Streets Committee.
The Community Association donates a lot of the bunting and the flowers.
Okay. Any
So-
other groups?
The tree committee does a lot of work. They have a lot of volunteers that go out there and pull weeds and
That's true.
spend hours
And
and
plant
hours.
perennials and.
Okay.
And donate flags.
All right, any other, Commander, thank you for coming in tonight.
One more
We sure
Commander
appreciate
thing.
it.
We had a ceremony for the Youth Association, and I believe one of your, I don't know what you refer to them, came out and did the ceremony. It was a beautiful ceremony. I appreciate it. Just one thing, is there any way that the flag out there is very tattered?
You'll have to let me know the location specifically.
It's at Mason Park. It's the main flagpole.
It'll be changed on the Thursday.
Okay,
I'll bring a new one with me.
cool.
So we'll be
Thank
there to
you.
raise the flag for Arbor Day and.
Oh, I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get it, we'll get a new one out there
Okay,
for you.
love
No
it.
problem. The only other thing that I just, the name thing, I would like to collaborate in the future. I think that kind of got lost in translation. I think that's important as well. So I don't know if maybe we should do this on another meeting.
Yep,
or
probably
whatnot, but
so. We could
collectively, in the
start it, we
meantime,
can
we
start
can
at
do what we
streets
gotta
and
do.
figure out where we go
What
from there.
got lost? What did-
Name the gazebo.
Naming that area,
The space.
designating an area, that was part of the
Didn't you want to
proposal.
have contest?
I thought of just, that was just kind of a spinning the wheel. I think between the collective group and the community, we can come up with something to open it up to the community so that everyone has a say in it, and we choose a winner. You know, whether it be a contest, a singing guy, I don't know, put names in a hat.
Yep.
Yeah, we're pretty easy to get along with, so. Thank you all very much for your
Thank
time.
you
I
all
really
for,
appreciate it.
Commander, thank you for coming tonight.
You bet, sir. Thank you.
All righty. Okay, so that takes us to department reports, Madison County Sheriff.
Thank you very much.
Would you, either side, take your pick.
Sergeant Jacob Gibson.
Good
Appearing
to
for
see you
Kel-
tonight, by the
Thank
way.
you very-
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Appearing for Kelly, she had an event real quick that detained her. She was not able to make it down here. So this quickly to review this report. 22 traffic stops in the village in the last month. 7 suspicious persons or vehicles there. We had some civil services. One thing I will just call out to you that may show up or you might not have talked about, we have a new behavioral health team. So we have licensed clinical counselors, and you'll see that they made 4 trips down here to the village in the last month. So just, you know, to let everybody in the community know that there are additional resources. Sometimes we feel like, you know, we're out here in the middle of nowhere and there's no resources and no support. And so to let you know, the sheriff's office does have that service available.
Questions for the deputy tonight? And by the way, you're in the middle of somewhere. You are.
I heard he had a good take back with the drug program. I was there with Doug and them for a while, and he
Yeah.
said we usually outdo London and get them there. So.
Yeah. I don't know like how you measure that, poundages or boxes,
we'll
but
take it.
but
Yeah.
yes, we have quite a few boxes.
We always kid about there's enough there for a rock concert.
Yeah.
but I thought but it's always good to get it off the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Have a good night. We're going to keep on moving on here. So Law Director, no update tonight. That takes us to Fiscal Officer and Clerk of Council, Courtney Bricker.
All right, any questions? I don't wanna take up any time either. Concerns, comments, council? Okay. If I can ask for a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, and the RETA report.
You got that motion?
Second.
Was David, then Nathan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call. Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
And I have 2 pieces of documentation to pass around. Melanie, you might want to put that towards your mouth.
Okay. All right, thank you, Courtney. Anything else? Awesome. Takes us to committee reports. Finance, Joyce.
We had our meeting on April the 14th. We discussed the outside entities per our insurance risk assessment manager on his visit. We discussed the outside entities having insurance on all events held in the village. We are still waiting for the solicitors. I don't think we've received anything from Stephen yet, have we?
No, not
Okay,
yet, but I
well,
have followed up.
We're waiting on that. Had a discussion in regards to the microphone. Council did not approve any overhaul of the audio system, just the purchase of a mic, and Andy is working on that. We discussed the cybersecurity grant. Courtney is continuing to work with Misty regarding what replacement or upgrades she needs. And that's probably gonna be ongoing for a little bit, isn't it, Courtney? That's not something that we're gonna.
Gotten the specifics yet.
Yeah. We signed payroll, approved bills, signed POs, and we adjourned. That was about it.
Okay.
I have a question. You brought up the microphone issue, because I brought it up, I believe, at Finance. And Andy is working on that. We are almost in May, and it was brought up in January. I would just like to know if and when. I was at home listening to a meeting tonight, the nuisance meeting, on my phone, and honestly, there's you people that are at these microphones, it's fine, we can hear, and I know this is just supposed to be a temporary fix, but we're almost at month 5. But then there's people that speak up, and I know a lot of times you tell them to come up, but a lot of times they just start talking, and there was several comments I couldn't hear. I could hear Joyce's voice talking, couldn't hear her, and then there was someone else talking during it that I couldn't hear. We're just really doing a disservice. It's not, again, it's not rocket science. We just need to get a microphone to put at that table. So I would appreciate, a little bit of expedience on it now, because it has been just too long.
Anything else for finance?
Nope, done.
Okay. Pleasant Township, Heather.
Our next meeting is May 4th at 5 PM. We have not met since the last council meeting.
Squad, Joyce.
Next meeting is May 13th at 8:00 PM.
Thank you. Fire, Nathan.
Next meeting is on April 30th.
Water, wastewater, Becky.
Yes, we had a meeting today, and we talked about a lot of things. Andy mentioned the progress on the water tower. Our rate study, Courtney's advised us that it will be done early May, so we're looking forward to that. We talked about the cybersecurity grant. We talked again about the non-refundable fee, and we talked about just a lot of things. Misty gave us an update on how many delinquents we have and things like that, so that was good to hear all that information. And our next meeting will be the 4th Monday of May, which will be the 25th at 10 a.m.
Okay. Streets, Joyce.
Our next meeting will be May the 11th at 5:00 PM.
Okay. Parks and Recs, Joyce.
Our next meeting is May the 11th at 6 PM.
Okay. Records retention,
We'll
David.
get the ball rolling June 5th at 8 AM.
Okay, great, thank you. Nuisance and abatement, Heather.
Yes, we had a meeting tonight. It went as long as they always do, right up to the 1 hour point. There's a few thank yous I want to put out there. Mick Phillips for updating the sign for Community Cleanup Day, thank you. Our friends at the Nazarene, Jeff Percies, for leading the Community Cleanup Day. This is a big event for our community, and I hope people are taking advantage of it. It's this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you want to volunteer to be a part of that, register at GoMountSterling.com. I encourage all of council to come and be a part of that, as well as the mayor and anyone else that wants to be a part of that. And if you want to take advantage of the services, there's a lot of nuisances out there as far as trash in yards, trash on porches, collection of items. Please also go mountsterling.com to put in your address, and they will come help you get rid of those items. So this is a great service for our community. Also, again, thank you to Scott McClellan for donating a dumpster. And thank you to the group of Madison Plains kids that are coming on Friday. I believe it's a group of 30 seniors, and they are doing various things around the village, including making cookies for the old folks' home, cleaning up flower beds, and picking up trash. So I really appreciate that group that's coming. Our next nuisance meeting is on May 25th. At 6 o'clock. I am looking for one more community member to join that committee. The two that were interested are no longer interested, so send them our way and we'll get them in the group.
Is that GoMountSterling.com or .org?
.com. GOMTSTERLING.com.
Okay.
And a couple of those signs, yesterday, you and I and a couple other volunteers were out fixing some of the pots, but several of their signs,
With the stakes?
little stakes have broken off. So we've got one leaning up against this building, there's one leaning over by the gazebo. So you might want to just mention to Jeff that if they have any more little stakes, or maybe just pick them up so they don't blow away and they can use them next year. But I did want to let you know that.
Cool, thank you.
Planning, Melanie Fritz.
All right. Our meeting is tomorrow at 6:30 here. I'm excited about getting things rolling with that.
Okay. Zoning, Nathan.
It is tomorrow as well,
Okay.
6.
Yeah, for everyone's knowledge, they do coincide. So one's at 6, one's at 6:30. So, all right, tree beautification, Becky.
Yes, since we last met, we did do our tree giveaway this past weekend, and it was a huge success. We have like 4 or 5 pages of people that came and got trees, and we were giving away 2 trees per person. At the end, we did have some leftover trees. I know Joyce took some to her church and gave some of those away, and I know but another gentleman took some to the Nazarene church and gave those away, and I believe after that he gave the rest away to another group. And then we took home what was left, and Heather and I thus far have got about 50 of those in pots, so we're excited about that. We've got all the pines planted, we're working on the maples and the dogwoods, and so we're gonna have, hopefully, that these things survive. We are gonna treat them with kid gloves, and we'll have a really nice nursery going.
Excuse me. Who wanted more trees? I thought you said there was somebody at church that wanted more trees.
Okay, well, if anyone wants any more trees,
We would
I
be
might
happy.
have maybe 2 dozen left that are not planted, so if they want them, get a hold of me soon,
Yeah.
or I can just pass them a pot if
Yeah,
that happens.
we'd be happy to give them pots
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, so,
A zillion.
we still can
Really?
accommodate anybody that wants
use- I could
trees. But it was a huge success, and, then this Thursday is our Arbor Day event with the 3rd graders from Madison Plains, and I went out to the park today, and George and Joe and Jack were planting those 2 trees that the kids will be mulching, and they tended to, there was a couple trees out there where the tops had died. They lopped those off.
Oh, good.
And then I talked to them about the fact, Heather actually told me that church, if we still have any more projects, and that goes to you, Mayor, Courtney, they are still looking for more projects for this weekend, so I let George, Joe, and Jack know that as well. They're very anxious and excited to help us. So anything that you guys do come up with, we can still get some stuff done.
Do you want me to reach out to Sarah and see if they need anything done in the concession stand
In the concession stand,
or outside? I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in there since fall.
My if they want things painted, the church suggested painting trash cans even. I know we have trash cans downtown, but we would need to get them, probably provide them the paint. But if that concession stand or any of those buildings needed painted, I think there are more than, or even lines for parking lots, yeah.
No, they're
No.
rehauling the parking.
We can't do the
Oh, okay.
parking lot, yeah,
Just
because
a
we're
thought.
gonna,
But if you guys are
repave it.
allowing them to repaint, council will have to make a motion for that here.
yeah.
Well, we don't have any of the supplies. I mean, we're at a place where it's kind of the 11th hour a bit, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just have them, so we talked to Jeff last week ourselves, and, so yeah, we were dreaming as to what kind of projects we could have them do, and realistically, they should not be using, power tools, things like that. So it's gotta be a little
Not even
more
a power
narrow in
washer?
scope.
Not even a power washer?
Probably not, no.
they could use.
No.
Sure.
Okay, we do have a lot of other business here tonight, so,
I got a big
I
deck.
wasn't done.
okay.
I was still, sorry. I can just wrap it up. Our next meeting for trees and beautification will be Tuesday, May 12th at 1 o'clock. And, yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's it.
That takes us to ordinances and resolutions tonight, the first one of which is ordinance 2026-04.
An ordinance increasing appropriations to 1,75342-0000 to allow for payment of additional funds for an audit performed by the Ohio State Auditor's Office. This is on the second reading.
If for anyone who's wondering, that code she just read is a accounting system code. May I please have a motion to place that in the second reading?
I'll make
please?
that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
That was Joyce and Nathan. All right, Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
and Nathan.
Yes.
This is passed on the second reading,
Great. Takes us to resolution 2026-03.
which is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance. This is on the second reading.
May I please have a motion to place that on the
Have
second
that
reading?
motion, sir.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Nathan.
I have a question.
Mhm.
As far as this insurance, I have a few emails into you regarding liability insurance that I have not got answered yet. Is this connected to event liability insurance?
It is not. This is our general liability policy.
Okay.
Okay, so that was David, then Nathan. Roll call.
Yep.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
and Becky.
Yes.
Passed on the second reading.
All right, may I please, let's see, we're moving on to resolution 2026-04.
Okay, so that is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute an agreement between the Village of Mount Sterling and the Mount Sterling Youth League for the 2026 year and declaring this as an emergency.
May I please have a motion to suspend the rules?
You have that motion?
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, David.
All right, so that was Joyce, then David.
Mhm.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
and Melanie.
Yes.
Okay, may I please have a motion to place this on the first, second, and third
You
readings?
have that motion?
Thank you, David.
Second.
Thank you, Nathan.
That was David, then Nathan. Okay, roll call. Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather.
Yes.
Okay, but now may I have a motion for adoption, please?
You have that motion?
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
That was Nathan, then Joyce.
Yes.
Okay, roll call. David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-04 is passed.
Okay. That's, then, that's all the ordinances or resolutions we have tonight, so that takes us to roundtable.
I have, I want to say the Sunday opening day for the Mount Sterling Eagles baseball. I believe you thanked the Legion, Heather, already for their participation. Wesley, John, and Nick, Katrina and Wes's sons, were able to be there to do the opening, raising of the flag and such. That was very nice. And relatively good turnout, so it was, it was kind of windy, but relatively nice day, I guess. So we're glad that they are up and running down at Mason Park. Other than that, it's supposed to be a nice week. So hopefully people get out. I did take a tour through the village, at the end of the week, and, people haven't caught on that it's mowing season yet. So I'm hoping people, will be able to get out and if they do need help mowing, that, they'll pick up on what, the Nazarene Church and the nuisance committee are involved in with our community days. It's always an exciting time through our village. It's always refreshing to drive through after community days, after cleanup days are over, and see the end result of all of the efforts put in. It's very rewarding to know. So get out and enjoy that time. And if you want to help, like Heather said, go mountsterling.com or call the Nazarene Church. And everyone have a good 2 weeks till we meet again.
Other comments, roundtable.
I want to reach out and congratulate Miami of Ohio's basketball team. A little bit late, they went undefeated in the MAC. And if you're Miami alumni, you got to enjoy that very much. And also, my brother John and I were recognized at Winthrop University as official rock and roll historians.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Nice.
that's kind of a great acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It shows listening to that music all the year. Even though I can't hear, but still was worth it.
So I just want to say Tamara Hall, who's an associate of mine in the Mount Sterling Community Association, was unable to be here tonight. She was feeling unwell, but I would have brought him, but she already had him packed in her car. The Mount Sterling Community Association is donating 40 new flags for the poles. We spoke with George several months ago on how many would be needed, so all them could be replaced for the 250th celebration downtown. So with what they had on hand with these 40, there will be enough for all the flags to be brand new, hanging on all the poles. So we're excited about that. We're still in the process of trying to get some more poles because a lot of those don't fare that great in our wind tunnel that we have. So we are trying to get those too. We also picked up all of the flowers for the donation in the big barrels. There were 4 volunteers out there yesterday working on those barrels, drilling holes in the bottom. We took a lot of Jack's recommendations on how to redistribute the dirt and get those prepared so maybe they lasted a little better this year. So we've done all that, and we will be planting all of those flowers. We did plant the 2 right beside the new sign on Town Hall lawn. And I let Jack know that today so he can start watering those, but the rest will all be planted on Friday. And Friday is also the first Friday in May, and that's when we're beginning First Friday. So there will be 6 food trucks out here from 5 to 8 p.m. And I am going to make sure that I have all their paperwork and everything in order, and I'll get that to the proper people. And it's going to be a fun evening. There'll just be a DJ there spinning some 80s tunes. And again, if you want to dress up 80s, David, and
I expect David to win that contest.
come be in the contest. There's some cool 80s games that you can win as prizes, so that might be fun. So I encourage everyone to come out Friday evening from 5 to 8, and the roads will only be blocked from light to light, so it shouldn't disturb any of the 62 traffic trying to go through town, so there shouldn't be any detours. We'll let the squad know, Courtney, that it'll be blocked from probably about 2 or 3 p.m. that day until 8. So you have to turn the truck around and go out the back entrance. So we hope you all can come out and just have a little family fun time, listen to some music, and eat some good food that evening.
Anything else for roundtable tonight? Okay, on that note, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
I tried to disco now, I try to break everybody.
The two.